Hey, Taoseños and devoted Taos News readers. This is reporter Cody Hooks, and here's a look at what we've got for you in this week's edition of the paper, on stands and street corners everywhere Thursday. In the news, reporter John Miller gives us a bird's eye view of how certain crimes are prosecuted in Taos. He takes a look at the case of Noah Hardaway, a habitual offender with several burglaries to his name and has been in and out of district court since 2013. He had another arraignment this week, so check out John's reporting to get a sense of how cases like Hardaway's make their way through the local court systems. Also in the news, the appeal to stop the airport expansion that failed in district court has been taken up by the New Mexico Court of Appeals. They'll review that decision, which is especially interesting considering the runway is more or less done and the airport is looking at a June opening. Read about that on Thursday. And two things real briefly. First, we've got the results of the 911 tax. And secondly, the search for a new CEO at UNM-Taos has turned up 3 candidates. One with a background in Hispanic serving colleges and another with experience as a leader of higher ed in New Mexico. Those 3 folks have visits planned for Taos over the next 3 weeks for the public to get a sense of who is in the running to lead our community college. In sports, the surviving team members and coach of the 1967 Central Catholic Falcons basketball team were honored at Taos High School on Tuesday night. 50 years ago, this famed team won the state championship after playing the first ever high school game in the Pit in Albuquerque. Check out photos of the ceremony this week and keep an eye out for more reporting, interviews, and throwbacks from now until March. In lifestyles, it's health and fitness this week, and we have a special story from the one and only Rita Daniels, the KNCE personality who hosts the daily radio show Wake Up Taos. To balance out the sometimes crazy and exhausting business that is the news, she does like a lot of Taoseños and gets out into nature. You can listen to Rita from 7 to 9 a.m. 5 days a week, but be sure to pick up a copy of the paper this week to take in the rarefied experience of seeing her words in print. And Tempo, Rick Romancito, our arts and entertainments editor, has another edition chock full of delicious stories. Top of the list is the 20-year celebration of Roots and Wires, the beloved live music and radio show production collective. They've introduced northern New Mexico to more than 100 musicians from across the globe, from Taj Mahal to Rising Appalachia, Xavier Rudd to Seyon Kuti in the Egypt 80s. And in weather, I don't even know what to say. Our temperature and precipitation is all over the place. As for this week, we're looking at highs in the 40s and 50s with lows as low as 15 degrees. The old advice to wear layers is just as important in February as it is in the summer monsoons. And in this week's astrology, the sun slides right out of Aquarius and makes its transit into Pisces on Sunday the 19th. So happy birthday to all you Pisces out there. Pisces is a sign all about emotions. Like the 2 fish that make up the glyph for this sign, Pisces dive deep and have no choice but to pick up on the emotional energies around them. Also, there's a Pluto-Mars square on the 22nd, which can be a little dicey, so watch out for that. And that'll do it for this week's edition of the paper. Bueno, bye.